Oh my goodness, the gang is almost always here until, it's never a session until Professor kicks himself off the screen. I swear to God.
No, again, this is like
it's like tradition. It's tradition now.
Studio chat. It's my browser just absolutely hates the video. So it's like 1 out of 3 times it actually works. And I just cleared my cookies last session. I haven't done this PC, so who the hell knows? I opened this in a completely fresh Chrome window, and it's like, no.
Oh, Melody's got grumpy face.
I think that our Grubhub driver is just driving home with our order.
Oh,
no!
I was wondering why I was taking so long.
Yeah, I keep checking. I'm like, weird. It's still 35 minutes away.
Oh my goodness!
I looked at the map. They're like on Lakeshore, going south.
Don't get between Melody and her food, man. She has her requirements.
It's because Ryan was talking about the other restaurant earlier. That's why.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Heard me.
Yeah. Was watching it through some Grubhub is like the perfect secret agency to put hidden microphones in every house in America.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fantastic idea.
Terrifying.
You can go with the big check using all the Lord of the Rings references and call it second breakfast, right? Make second
Where
breakfast.
we last left off, the team had gathered themselves in Dormir's workshop, the wizard, who has been helping Tam and Swift construct a device that allows them to identify changelings. The prototype had been given to somebody within the party. Honestly, I forgot who. Melody had been given to Melody within the party. However, upon arrival at the Wizard's Workshop, the team did a few downtime activities in the process. One of which I believe was Karina using one of her more gruesome spells, the munching of somebody's brain. The lesser hag that was sent to fetch Thorn back to the Tree of Death was defeated by the team, and the head curated for later use within the memory spell that Karina has. Sushi style, slicing the brain, she consumed the brain, and unfortunately, the not necessarily a presumed trap, but the lesser hag has a direct connection with Skabatha Nightshade, a particularly nasty hag who has been on the lookout for Thorn ever since he abandoned the tree and gave up the future that Skabatha was going to provide for him. Through this moment and opportunity, Karina was taken over by Skabatha, and Skabatha projected her psychic powers into each of the individuals except Thorn. Thorn was held fast and was forced to watch as Cora, Eritreo, Professor Jabatras, and Melody were sent down these horrific trials and, for all intents and purposes, was being tortured by Skabatha and forcing Thorn to watch. However, Skabatha at one point was distracted. A small doorway was opened through Melody's magical ability of trying to interact with the giant worm that was consuming her within her own trial that she was subject to. This weakened Skabatha's hold briefly enough for it to be broken out upon everybody. Skabatha's psychic break was complete, and she shrieked in horror and pain as she recoiled out of Karina's body. Unfortunately, Karina herself did not survive the interaction with Skabatha. To preserve Karina's body, her body was placed inside the portable hole after gentle repose was placed on it. The team began a short and quick recovery because their main plan was immediately launched into effect. For now, Karina is safe with Tam, Twist, Green Cloak and Ariana, Melody's sister, waiting for the arrival, any expected arrival of Puck, to retrieve everyone and take them to safety. The team decided, however, to infiltrate the High Crown prison because of rumors of Fae that were being kept there, and the importance of freeing these Fae folk overwhelmed their sense of urgency. Here they split into two teams. One was the stealth team, the other was the infiltration team. It was Professor Jabotros's invisibility alongside Melody and Eritrea, who made their way into the interior of the prison, while Cora and Thorn began to work their way through the sewers of the prison to find an alternate way up into the prison as well. However, Eritrea, Professor Jabotros, and Melody made it furthest into the prison and made some unfortunate discoveries. Crimp is here, and not only is here, but one of his greatest devices has clearly been perfected and is being used to protect the prison. A 30-foot tall iron golem used to prevent Fae folk from escaping, as well as possibly being used in support of the Iron Collective as well. They began to realize that the Fae folk that were being kept in the prison are about to be delivered to the Iron Collective once it arrives. Possibly one of the great ships of the Iron Collective may already be on its way. Professor Albatross is still invisible. Eritrea and Melody sought cover behind some buildings and structures. Thorn and Cora are now delving through the dark sewers below.
Gross.
I mean,
The
Thorn.
source beneath the bathroom Eritrea said he needed to use.
That sounds so gross.
So gross. So gross.
It's just one of those latrine, the pit latrines, and it just drains out one side. So literally, it's just a hole.
It sounds gross enough to earn a D6 of inspiration.
Oh,
I'll take it.
I don't feel like we should reward this behavior.
Hey, you have to live with them. It's not my responsibility.
Yeah,
That's why she doesn't want it rewarded.
they're training.
Karina, this place feels strange. There's no sense of up and down. There's no sense of you breathing. You go through the motions as if you're intended to breathe, but it doesn't feel like a requirement at the moment. The temperature is neither cold nor hot, just this kind of empty feeling of isolation. You stand amongst a fractured treescape of purple and blue and yellow and red, a strange altar and dais in front of you. Strange beacons on either side of it. Sitting up in a tree, you can see a person. They are dressed in all sorts of what could only be described as raven feathers and kind of like the appearance of the Raven Queen because it wears the white mask as well. And it hovers up above in the trees, watching you as you stand in front a threshold of light. This light separates you from what you can see. The creature, the entity, whatever it is, patiently waits, staring down at you. What would you like to do?
I kneel to it.
What do you do?
I kneel to it.
It does not acknowledge you. You're still on the other side of the threshold of light. It acknowledges your existence, but doesn't seem to care that you kneel.
I will stand up and approach it.
You stand up and you step over the threshold. There's this strange disconnect. As you step through this barrier of light, you can see a very thin silver thread coming out of your back, and it disappears into the darkness behind you. The more you pull yourself into this space, the more you can feel the tension, the tug, as if something's trying to pull you back. but this place is... There's something about this place that is both familiar and strange at the same time.
Do I have a sense like I'm crossing to the afterlife?
Give me a religion check as you look around.
That's a 13.
13.
But death is my religion, so do I get any help with that?
So you want advantage for death?
Yes, please.
I mean, I can't think of it being any more expertly asked for. So sure, go ahead, take another roll. Go for it.
18.
18. The moment you cross the threshold, the creature drops from the tree, silently landing next to this empty altar in front of you. They hold out their hand and beckon towards you and beckon you to walk towards the altar.
Do I have a sense of if I follow them, they're going to lead me to the other side? Or are they trying to tell me something that I should know?
Based on that religion check, this feels like you're being offered a vision. If you were truly about to cross over into the other side, your soul, the silver thread behind you, would have severed already.
Then I will follow them.
Okay. You walk across the stones, you walk up the stone stairs, and then you're now standing in front of the altar. As you look down on the altar, you see 5 items. You see one item that looks to be a lock of hair. You see another item that looks to be possibly the rusted remains of a weapon. Another item appears to be some kind of maybe medallion or charm that would be worn. Another item appears to be a ring. And then another item appears to be a helm of rather significant craftsmanship. It even has with that same religious role, the helm itself is a dedication to the god Helm as well. And there's a bit of a feminine quality to the helmet.
Do I get a sense of why they would show me those objects?
Silently, the creature points down the other side of the altar. And as it points down the other side of the altar, there is a woman about 60 feet down the other side of the edge. She is in this kind of morass of water or a liquid. You're not entirely sure. It looks almost silver, almost like a mercury type of liquid metal. She holds something in her hand. She has no helmet. Melody, describe me what your former character would look like at this point as you sit in the pool of silver quicklight, holding the medallion of the Bloodborne that the god had given you.
I think Melody maybe looks a little bit older at this point.
Not Melody, but your
not Melody.
other.
Yes. Xanth looks a little older at this point.
Yeah.
She's got pale blue skin. She's got long hair. I think you said she's not wearing her helmet anymore, but she's wearing, heavy armor, which is a little, dinged up from use. And her face is impassive, but watchful.
But she's frozen. She's still. She breathes, but she steadily gazes down at this medallion that she's holding. The entity looks at you and then back towards her. It nods its head towards the items on the altar, and it nods towards the woman in the pool of light.
Do I have a sense of why it has brought me there? Do I know about Xanith beyond like kind of vague descriptors?
You would know that this person standing here is probably a champion of the Raven Queen. The Raven Queen herself typically never appears other than a mask and a kind of radiant kind of power beyond her. One of her champions has brought you to an altar of sacrifice, but he's also shown you a vision of a possible future. These two things have meaning. Something on the altar is intended to be given to the woman in the pool of light. You're just not sure which item it is.
I mean, as Tali, I'm gonna assume it's the helm. But I think Corina probably wouldn't know that.
You can give me perception as you examine the woman down in the water to see if there's an obvious absence of an item.
I'll do a perception check.
Okay.
Not super perceptive. That's gonna be an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
It feels like you're going to have to get closer to figure this one out.
Can I polymorph myself, even in like the spirit realm, into a bird and just kind of float around her?
Yeah, you still are tethered to the silver thread. You morph yourself into a bird. You begin to fly up and around. Give me another perception check with advantage now that you have height, and the bird would have a higher wisdom score.
$20.
The lock of hair doesn't make any sense. The small rusted weapon doesn't make much sense either. The rings, all the other things just don't make sense. She's already wearing things. She's already in these excellent refinements of power, you can tell. The only thing absent is her helmet. It feels as if that would make sense, but how does one get it to her? Do you wade through the pool of light? Do you magically get the helm to her? You can morph. You did change into a bird to get a better look, but there's a spectral kind of emptiness around her, a strange kind of unexplainable power, and there's something dangerous about the water that she's in. She's also holding this long chain with this large medallion at the end of it, and it seems to be boiling with the effects of blood. Like blood is in it and kind of shifting within the medallion. You can see what clearly to you looks to be some kind of vampiric kind of representation in the medallion as well.
Can I use the cantrip Mage's Hands or Mage's Helper? Wait, sorry, what was...
Mage
Mage Hand.
Boy, she's gone for 3 weeks and she's forgotten so much.
I know. Is it Mage's Foot?
A
Mage's...
spiritual hand shoots out from where the altar is. It grabs onto you in bird form, pulls you back down towards the altar, and you are immediately transformed back into yourself. The Raven Queen champion shakes his head like this, points at the altar, points at the woman, and then kind of just very impatiently stands there with its arms crossed while staring at you.
I have a feeling that if I will go in there, I probably won't come back. If that is what the Queen demands of me, I will do so. But I would like to strike a bargain of good faith. If I am to do this and not to return, the Raven Queen must promise me that she will protect Corina Prime even from the entity that resides within her. And
the voiceless figure stares at you and nods its head up and down. points at the altar, and then points at the woman in the water.
Very well. And I take the helm. Let me look what my situation is with some cantrips. I have a feeling none of them are really going to do a lot here. But I will shapeshift into Nurkokra so I can fly.
Your shapeshift does not work.
Oh, wow. So this is a sacrifice that just must be done. There is no magicking my way around it. Is that kind of the vibe that I'm getting?
You're getting the vibe that he expects you to walk through the pool of light and do something.
Okay. Well, sometimes you really can't magic your way out of everything, I guess.
Don't tell Eritrea that. He absolutely requires magic to get out of everything he gets into. even when the magic goes sideways.
He requires the magic to get into it also. Yeah.
Especially when the magic goes sideways.
What did I miss? Did Eritrea complete the transformation and fully just become the bad guy? Because we've been waiting.
It was close.
Yeah.
It was close.
Close.
Also, the red lighting is really selling the villain transformation.
I think Alexa set that up for Ryan. She was like, "Look, this will be perfect. You can now look like the bad guy."
Ever since we got married, she just keeps me under this light permanently.
Now, is it just for Christmas or is it normal?
There is a Christmas light next to him.
Yeah, we do have
Yeah.
Christmas.
On the tree behind you, and I can't tell
Oh,
what
yeah.
the bright
Oh,
thing
yeah.
is. I can't
That's
tell. Is that a
that's our
TV?
TV. It's like it's a Christmas AI tavern video.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it doesn't really show up all that well on the camera.
Bummer.
It kind of looks like you have a drape over it, and it's a really bright light. But I don't think you have a drape over it.
Those lights you see
I can see
flashing
the
below
sparkly
it,
lights on the bottom.
Those are D20 dice lights.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
immersed.
So I do have a scroll of protection from good and evil. Might as well use it. And I do have a greater healing potion, which I'm just going to have in handy, either for myself or Xaneth.
Okay.
Here I go into my inevitable doom again.
Question is, which item do you pick up off the altar?
Doom, doom, doom,
that's
doom,
what I
doom,
go.
doom.
This is making me more anxious. I'm gonna take the helm.
Okay. As you pick up the helm, there's a sudden gateway of light that opens up on the other side of the water. You see a figure as if it is attempting to pull the gateway open and peer into the space. They are a vampiric figure,
Oh,
rather tall, dressed in dark clothing, and a sense of just exhaustion, pursuit, and hate on their face. As you step down towards the water's edge, the light at the edge of the pool that Xaneth is in, another gate opens. And when that gate peels apart, you see this strange looking man made of mechanical components. You can see that their legs are mechanical, their eye is mechanical, and they are dressed in very kind of gaudy atonements, like pinks and yellows and reds. You'll recognize their style as being Zimian. Whoever they are, they're from Dwendal, and they're from that kingdom. You get about knee to waist high in the liquid light, and you feel this tension take over, like something is tugging at the soul cord on your back. You look behind you and can see shadowy hands coming up out of the pool of light, and they are attempting to pull and break the thread that extends from your back. But you push deeper. You push on. As you get closer to this figure in the middle of the water, a third and final gateway opens up. And you see the familiar hag that tried to kill you and your friends. Scabbeth the Nightshade is trying to peel through another gateway. 3 gateways are trying to come apart, but they don't stare at the woman. They stare at what she's holding. She is holding, now that you're closer to it, this medallion. There's an actual heart in the medallion pumping with a liquid sensation of blood. All 3 of these figures stare at it as if they're trying to get to it, but they can't seem to keep this gateway open. They can't quite get it to come apart. You now stand within 10 feet of this elven woman with blue skin. She doesn't acknowledge you. She looks to be frozen in time. Long hair, this kind of very aged look on her face. She stares at this medallion in her hand, but never stares up at you, never acknowledges the gateways. She is chest deep in the liquid light of water. What would you like to do?
Do I sense that the priority of the Raven Queen is for me to put the helm on this woman?
Feels like the right thing to do. I mean, it seems like the obvious thing to do, but you're not entirely sure what it might mean.
I think I'm gonna have to trust the Raven Queen, especially if we made a bargain pertaining to her protection of Corina Prime. So I'm going to do what I truly believe she wants me to do in this situation.
You reach out, you place the helm on her head. A wordless scream, a soundless scream, echoes out. Her mouth hangs open as if she's screaming. You watch as all 3 gateways collapse. There's an explosion of radiant energy around you that billows out. The next thing you know, you're standing back at the altar, out of the pool of light. The helm no longer in your hand, just a chain with a medallion on the end of it. As you stare down into the pool of light, the woman is gone. The champion stares at you, acknowledges you, comes over to you, kneels down in front of you. You then watch as another one drops from the tree, and another one, and another one, and another one. Suddenly you find yourself surrounded by a dozen of these variations of the Raven Queen's champions. Then floating out of the ether and beyond, a white mask. This white mask begins to drift closer towards you. The single teardrop on its face, it is surrounded by a cloud of feathers that seem to give it a bit of gravity, a bit of force as it floats over towards you. A voice enters your mind. There are friends of this woman that need to be found. You carry with you the device to retrieve her from this place. Seek out a person by the name of Puck. Deliver this medallion to her, and I will reward your faith with more power than you could possibly imagine.
I kind of nod respectfully. I think she knows what I want at this point. I want Corina Prime protected, and if she's feeling generous, I'd like Original Evil to be rescued from whatever thing he ended up being thrown into. So I kind of put that at the forefront of my fates and assure her that I will do as she had asked me to.
The mask begins to drift away from you. The champions begin to drift away and back up into the trees until only just this empty spectral space surrounds you. In the dim darkness of this spectral space, you see a thin white smile begin to form. Behind that smile, you see a devilishly handsome face, tall ears, long red hair, green cloak, kind of draping down the body of someone wearing green attire, as Artagnan smiles and stares at you. Well, there seems to be a bit of a funny situation here, Karina. You see, your friends have determined that you're dead. And there's a bit of a problem. Well, you're inside of a portable hole. There's no way for you to get out, Karina.
Really?
They think you're dead, of course. I mean, after all, the hag did take over your body, and you did attempt to kill all your friends. I mean, it only makes sense that they put you out of your misery, don't you think?
What do you want, fake trickster?
Oh, well, you see, I have a proposition for you, Karina.
Yes?
You see, I need my world to come back. I need a place to call home again. And it would seem that the folk of the material plane are so easily disillusioned by lies and hucksters. You see, there is a gentleman that is impersonating me on the material plane. He goes by the name of Bragsworth. And I can assure you, he is not me. His little hideaway is how the Iron Collective is finding Fey folk. And this is how they are being put into prison by the Iron Collective. Unfortunately for me, I am trapped. I cannot leave this Fey pocket whatsoever. And I cannot warn people about the ruse that is taking place. And I assure you, Karina, it is absolutely a ruse that threatens not only the very idea of Fey folk, but the world that we'd like to have back.
Would you tell me more about this world that you'd like to have back? I feel like I keep hearing so much about it and so much about the myriad of ways in which it could be returned. And though it's bad practice to ask a trickster for the truth, I'd appreciate a semblance of it.
Well, to be fair, my influence on the faithful has waned quite a bit in the last 10 years. I have no direct power to reward my faithful for what they do and how they call for me. Every now and then I can push some power out towards them. My most faithful, well, luckily she hasn't given up on me whatsoever, but I have no way to speak directly with my faithful. I, however, dropped a hint into the ear of the Raven Queen. And now that you've taken up her quest to free this unfortunate elf from her entrapment, it affords me an opportunity to send you back to the material plane where you can help your friends succeed. They are in a difficult situation, but I think I can help with this, but only briefly. There is a device in the city of Ankarel. It is deep in the old elven ruins underneath the city of Ankarel. The deep, deep waters. I need you to find it. I believe this device is what's going to bring my world back. And if you can't do it, perhaps your friends can do it.
I will relay your message. In return, I ask for 2 simple truths. The first one, there is an archfey inside the body of a dear friend of mine.
The one inside Korea Prime? Yes, I'm aware.
Is there a way for me to remove them without hurting Karina Prime?
There's no way to remove any of them unless the Feywild is restored. If they are removed before the Feywild is destroyed, their vessels will be destroyed, and the Fey folk that they inhabit or keep safe within their physical vessel will be destroyed as well.
Very well. Second one is the creature impersonating you. It had interfered with us questioning someone we believe to be an archfey named Akron. Do you have a sense of why?
My sense is you were very close to the truth when dealing with that archfey. What that imposter proposed to you, which was a falsehood, a lie, was to prevent you discovering the truth about the archfey that are hidden inside the physical vessels within the material plane. Whoever they are beyond my power and beyond my understanding. I don't know why they've done what they've done. All they know is that I cannot intercede. I am trapped where I am trapped, and unfortunately, I can do nothing about this imposter.
That imposter seemed very keen on keeping the archfey transformed, in that case, into a rock that cannot recall its memories. That rock remembered, and I described the memories and the archfey, the long hair.
Whoever has imposed the idea of looking like me and traveling as if they are me, they clearly have knowledge of the Fae, and they clearly have knowledge of the vessels that contain the Fae. My guess is they work towards some other purpose. I do not know what that purpose is.
I understand. I will relay your message to one of your very loyal believers that is in my group, and to the rest of them who I'm sure will take on this quest, and I will do what I can to assist them.
Oh, I know where I can get you. Rockhaven. And there's like an explosion of light that crackles around you. The next thing you know, you are on the back of a massive sauropod with a huge town built on its back. You recognize it is moving very quickly, impossibly quickly. You find yourself standing on the platform around its head, looking up to see the big air balloon, the dirigible that Puck uses to pilot and keep an eye out. And you can see the literal like froth and foam coming out of the corners of the mouth of this massive sauropod, and it's lumbering. You can see that the towns are like the town roofs are shaking. You feel a wind kind of blasting in front of you as it kind of like streaks past you. And then you feel it. You look forward and you can see that the sauropod is on the outskirts of King's Throne. It crashes through the perimeter wall. As it crashes in to King's Throne's perimeter wall, you just see hundreds of people spill out of the buildings and down into the streets. And you watch as winged contraptions flourish off their backs. You can hear this gnome, who might be a little bit drunk during this assault, who is yelling into this magical horn of thaumaturgy. Find them! Find them all! I've had enough of this fucking place. And you just feel the sauropod crash through into the city. At that point, Thorn and Cora, you feel the beginnings of an earthquake, this tremor. At first, it's subtle. You're down only about a mile into the sewers. You can feel the gravel prattling out of the sewer stone and into the water, but it's got a strange kind of pace to it. It's getting more intense. It's getting heavier. It's like there's this steady thud and this echo.
Getting closer.
And then like a brick falls out of the sewer wall, and then another brick. Suddenly you're overwhelmed by rats that are fleeing the other direction. They're coming out of the deepest part of the sewer. They're fleeing in swarms past you and over your feet, heading out back towards where you guys came in.
Which way did it feel like it was traveling? Does it feel like it was traveling from behind us towards, or did it feel like it was traveling in front of us?
Give me a survival check.
Okay, let's see if I can see my dice.
Can I do a nature check to see if I can figure out like what that might
Sure.
be?
Survival.
Yeah. Nature.
Okay.
That was a good nature roll. Way to start the night.
I got a 18.
18.
Dirty 20 on the nature roll.
Corey, it's definitely coming from behind you from where you guys came. Forn, it sounds like something very large is running amok on the surface.
There's some kind of
Why are the rats
very,
running?
there's some kind of very big animal. Very like unfathomably large animal is running around right now. We may need to get out of here.
Well, it feels like it came from behind us this way. So,
If this thing can I look around real quick and see if there's like where some of those bricks have come loose, if there's a way to like get out of like without running through the sewer to get out.
You're
of
half
it?
a mile deep and a mile down. So it's like you've been walking for the better part of a mile. You're at least a half mile underneath the prison.
why are the sewers that far down? I mean, half a mile?
They're deep.
Oh, if it's a prison, they probably have underground prisoner holding tanks or whatever. You know, that's probably why it's
I'm
a
gonna
half a mile.
I'm gonna take a second and send quick messages out to all of my the other 3 party members because I don't know if Karina would have her feather on her, but I wouldn't send it to her because I think she's dead. But
Right.
I use my my
Body parts?
blood thing, yes.
My body parts.
yeah. It's hair.
I'm just
Everyone
glad he
has
doesn't.
hair.
I'm just glad he doesn't hand out toenails anymore.
Oh, you handed out toenails before? That's so gross. Here's a claw.
I flip them and I save them, and then when I need them, they're there.
Mhm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
so much easier.
Yeah.
But I'll message
I-
them I not message, but I'll send the note like, we're in the sewers. Feels like we're about to get buried alive. What the hell's going on up there? It feels like some giant animal's running amok.
For Professor Eritreo Melody, you hear it at the same time that it happens. Like suddenly above you, this huge shadow just overcasts the prison entrance. You look up to see this 300-foot tall sauropod head hovering up above you. You watch as these strange small figures with wings drop off the neck and begin to kind of float down, and you hear percussion noises, rifle shots. You're watching as guards are getting shot off the wall. Then you watch as the golem activates. It turns to look up as if to activate and start to strove forward towards the sauropod. But then you see this 200-foot tall leg of a sauropod come up and just fucking aluminum can the golem. As it sets its foot down into the interior of the entrance of the prison, the whole ground rises up, buckles upward. You watch as massive tons of rock and people screaming start falling into the prison. I need the 3 of you to make dexterity saves, if you would, please.
Plus
Don't
5
die.
to Eritreo.
Okay?
Yeah, we all have like 10 health right now or less.
18.
I got a 19.
Okay.
So why didn't we short rest?
We did short rest.
We short rested and then we almost died again. Or we did die again.
And that was all Jalbatross's fault.
I don't know what it is about your AI recaps, but yeah, it really likes blaming me.
It's because you're a
I think
professor.
that's user error.
What'd you get, Eric Drew?
I got an 18.
Nice. Look at you starting off strong. Professor?
The plus 5.
16.
16 for Professor?
I rolled a 4. I have a plus 8, and then my plus 4 on that. So yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. The debris coming down is massive. Huge chunks of the prison wall. You watch as one of the chime towers just kind of falls down and lays 1,000-foot path of rubble and destruction down in the interior of the open way into the prison. And these flying individuals, they have almost kind of like a maniacal look on their faces. They're halflings and gnomes and dwarves who have got these strange wing-like contraptions on their back. And they're flying down, and some are shooting at the guards. The others find their way into the interior of the East Wing and now are returning carrying Fey folk with them. They're diving down into the interior, grabbing onto those Fey folk that were being held in the East Wing and flying back up. You watch as there's these like little explosions on their back, like these little arcane explosions, and they go flying up towards the sauropod. At one point, half the front of the sauropod is now embedded itself into the front of the prison, and you can see the world's largest cannon you've ever seen. It sits on the shoulder blade of the sauropod. It looks to be crewed by like 24 people, and you watch as this massive cannon gun points down into the interior of the prison, and you hear this drunken voice. Now, you've got 5 minutes or you're fucked, whoever you are down there. You can either stay and die or get the fuck out. And there's like a belch and a hiccup. And you can see this huge arcane generator whirring up on top. Now people are screaming, panicking, running in multiple directions as the last of the flying contraptions are coming out of the East Wing. Question is, Cora and Forn, what are you two doing at this point? And I need deck saves from the two of you as well.
Where'd I put my dice?
Wow. 19.
Okay.
I rolled a 2 and an 11, but I get advantage. So
Yes, you do.
Dex saves.
otherwise, I likely would have been down.
22.
22.
I
So
may
what are you
have to
two
put
doing?
the
You
light
sent
on
out
the-
you sent out your message, and it sounds like all hell is breaking loose up there, and more of the interior of the tunnel is collapsing around you.
I think we were going to GTFO.
Yeah. If we don't get out of
Okay.
here, we're going to be buried alive.
We're going to get squeezed. Yeah. Or stuck.
So you guys are now sprinting as fast as you can to get back outside of the sewer tunnel. As you're not, I mean, a mile in, sprinting and running for your lives. It only takes you a couple minutes to really make it to the entrance, to get back out and get to that culvert sewered entrance where you guys
Okay.
got down into the place.
Walking speed is slower than mine. I might pick him up and run.
But I also have that roguey thing where I get bonus action dashes. So
That's true.
it's
I would
like
say
I'm
you guys
faster
are,
than I normally would be.
yeah, you guys are sprinting full tilt. To avoid exhaustion, though, I'm going to need con saves.
Mm-mm. 17.
17.
Tell what that one is. Okay, I may have to put that dice out. It's hard to read some of my dice. I need to put a light in here. Okay, well, I got
Hey.
a 10.
10. Okay.
You could always get pixel dice. They light up, right?
Oh, that is true.
Oh, yeah.
But I
I'll never hear the
probably
end of
will-
it for Brian. Thanks for that, Kurt. Thanks for nothing.
I probably cheaper to just put a light in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that you guys are sprinting out. Unfortunately, as you get to the entrance to get back up into the surface of the prison on the exterior wall, it is mayhem out there. Cora, take 1 point of exhaustion as you nearly burst your lungs to get this far. Melody, Professor, and Aerotreo take 6 points of bludgeoning damage from falling debris at this point. Most of those rolls were high enough to avoid the major debris, the huge chunks of debris that are falling everywhere. Karina, you're on the platform around the face of the sauropod, And looking down, you can see this like 50-foot long massive cannon on the shoulder blade that has been oscillated to turn down into the heart of the prison landscape down below. You can now see the halflings, the dwarves, and the gnomes flying back up as their backpacks leave off little bursts of arcane energy, bringing all the Fae folk up and out of the prison down below. Give me perception with advantage to see if you see anyone familiar down below.
The higher one is 12.
Yeah, you look down, there's a lot of debris, dust, there's chaos everywhere. You're not entirely sure who's down there. At that moment, behind you on the platform, you hear people get dropped. You see Tam, you see Twist, you see Greenleaf, and you see Ariana get dropped by these flying contraptions onto the platform next to you. Tam and Twist see you standing there. Ariana looks utterly confused. Like, where the fuck did you come from? But she comes running over to you, and she grabs you and shakes you, and she goes, Karina? Is that really you in there, Karina? You're not going to kill anybody this time?
Not more than usual.
Oh shit, it really is you. Everybody went into the prison to break out all the Fae folk. All of your friends are down in that chaos down there.
Oh, fuck. Is Puck here?
I don't know. And then you look up and like 75 feet, 100 feet up in the air where the chain is tethered to the dirigible, you see this drunken gnome hanging over the railing, holding a bottle, going, hey, everybody, it's a prison break. Have fun. Get ready to fire the cannon. And she just takes a big slam of booze and starts pointing down and ordering people to do things.
Oh, goddamn. Okay, I'm gonna real quick use wrist pocket cantrip to just take the medallion that I hopefully still have. And
Still have it, yeah.
perfect. So now it's just like tucked away safely in my little wrist pocket dimension that I put things that I steal in.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna turn into a Kokra and fly down and try to help people.
Turn into your Aarakocra and you begin to kind of fly down into the maelstrom and debris that's kind of like falling in from all the collapse of the city, the walls, the towers, the prisons coming apart, the gunshots, rifle shots kind of flinging. You can see arrows now coming in barrages up towards the people that are flying down, flying back up. And as you kind of fly down, to your right, near the prison base wall, there's a culvert. You see, have you officially met Cora yet? I don't think you have, right? So you'd be, you wouldn't recognize.
She was alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was alive before
when
she ate the brain.
Yep, the brain,
Yeah.
yeah. So you look down to see the tall Goliath form of Cora come out of a sewer grate. You also see Forn. Forn and Cora, you look up to see this Aarakocra kind of circling over you. And then what do the three of you do?
Well, would it be like an Aarakocra that you have been before?
Yeah,
I
you
would
guys-
imagine.
Yeah. It's eagles. It's Lord of the Rings eagles, but Aarakocra.
There is no fucking way.
He is circling above you right now.
I'm looking up, and I'm saying I've never seen her as an Aarakocra.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That
It's weird if as an Aarakocra I poop on one. No, okay. That's too much. I'm taking it too far. I rescind.
Well, you put
That's
sewers
the
in one episode, and we're already on poop jokes.
Cora,
You see that it took
Yeah.
us this long.
we gotta get the fuck out of here. I can fly.
Yeah.
Though. I can't.
We don't bother
can
putting
fly.
I cannot fly. So
Yeah, I can. I'm telling you,
Okay.
get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna fly up there.
I'm running. Where do we meet up? Because
Yeah, you guys have no idea where the other three are. As far as you know, they're
But I mean-
inside the disaster that's on the other side of the wall.
Really, I think Forn would just insist get on the sauropod.
oh, okay, get on the sword.
Like, just get up there.
And it's
okay,
huge.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, like its huge underbelly and its hindquarters like take up the entire edge of the High Crown district that you're in. And it's
Okay.
just like every time it shifts and moves, it's like you watch as its tail that's like half a mile long kind of arcs up in the sky and kind of crashes down into the center part of the city. And like a huge mushroom cloud of stone and dust and rock like billow up into the air.
Okay. I am going to go and try and climb on a part that I can climb on.
Right, you watch as Cora takes off. Foreign, you can fly.
Yeah, I'm activating a ring. I'm flying up to the air, Kokrin.
Okay,
Because I
Karina, you see Foreign now flying directly up towards you, and the two of you are now flying side by side, briefly kind of stabilized and near each other. You can see Cora dodging debris and dust and other things as she's heading for the hindquarters of the sauropod to maybe find a way to crawl up there.
Are there more people in there? Do we need to get more people out, or are we just running away now?
how the fuck are you here?
It's
Who are you? Are you?
yeah, no, you can't kill me. You can't kill me. I'm a bad bitch. Okay.
We didn't try to kill you.
Nobody.
We
Okay.
tried
Well,
to
Vine
save you.
Girl.
We tried a lot of ways to say. How the fuck are you here?
It's a story for later. What is the plan right now?
Professor Melody and Eritrea were inside the prison. Cora's taken off. I told her to head to the sauropod.
Did we get all of the Fader?
You fuckers got 2 minutes as it blasts over the horn, and now people are just panicked. The last of the flighted Rockhaven folk that had freed all the Fae are coming up and heading up towards the top of the sauropod.
Does it
Can
seem
we get
like
one of? Can we get those backpacks? The wing things. Can we get one?
bruh, I just got here.
I take off flying after one of the guys with those backpacks on.
Yeah, you
Like-
see this dwarf. He looks over and he gives you. He's got like goggles on. He's got like smoke across his face. He's got this huge rifle in his hands. He just gives you this big smile, and he goes, "You better hurry up. She's gonna blow up the whole fucking city. She's out of her fucking mind."
Shit, come with me.
No, thank you. And he takes off.
I'm gonna fly over to the sauropod real quick, and if I have to, I'm just gonna rip one of the backpacks off of somebody and fly off.
Looking down on the top of the sauropod platforms that are kind of like built into the different sections of the sauropod, you could actually see backpacks hanging on ropes. You get the feeling that they're there to be taken and used, and whoever inhabits Rockhaven has been recruited to free as many people as they can from the prison.
Yeah, then I'm gonna grab a couple of backpacks and fly back down towards the.
You
towards the
run
prison.
your arm through the 3 rungs of a backpack. You kind of like fly up and over the sauropod. You could see all of these halflings and gnomes kind of over this giant gun. You could tell that they're priming it to get it ready to shoot. You fly over the collapsed wall of the prison down onto the other side. Question is, Professor, are you still invisible or are you visible now?
How long has it been? I guess.
Yeah. Well, I think my effect is up to an hour. I'll double check that. But
Yeah, it's supposed to be up to an hour. But I couldn't remember if you took the potion invisibility that would drop if you...
it's a spell that I have. That's
right. It is a spell. So you could actually drop your concentration on it if you want to.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just appear so now there's just a jacked albatross Aarakocra in the middle of this shit.
Melody and Eritrea, you can see Forn circling over the debris pile of the inner part of the prison. He's currently circling over. Forn, give me a perception check to see if you could see them down below.
Just to remind you, I'm a large white bird.
You're on mute. You're on mute.
This is right. 19 plus 10 was 29.
29. You look down, you can see Eritrea and Melody hunkering together down behind the ruined remains of a building. You can see that the front leg of the sauropod has squished some kind of large metal contraption under its foot. in the middle of the few open areas of the parade ground with all this chaos going on, you can see Professor Jabatros as well. So you can see the three of them down on the interior.
I'm gonna do the like fingers in the mouth, whistle, and like fly down towards them. Like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. And I'll get down and be handing off the backpacks. I don't know how they work. Like, we get down there and I'm like, I don't.
There's a big button or a handle or something.
Yeah, four of you kind of all
Are they intuitive?
As the four of you kind of all come together, Melody, Professor Jabatros, Eritrea, and Ford are all back together. Ford is handing out to the three of you these backpacks.
This is what those guys were using to fly around. I don't know. Shit, I don't know how they work.
Somebody can give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it real quick.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like look at Ford and just be like, really? Just kind of unfurl my wings, like,
and then
really?
fly away.
I was wondering why he was grabbing 3.
It's a 13. So
the 13.
Yeah.
You do have guidance. You have a D4.
Let me. 15.
15. Nice. There's a center little kind of rune or glyph in the middle of the backpack that transfers into the word animate. Get the feeling that you press that rune and then that activates the backpack.
So I'm helping you guys get them on, and then I'm gonna pop the button on the middle.
The wings come out. You watch as Eritrea and Melody rocket up into the air. Professor, you're free to use one if you want, or you can just fly away. Your choice.
I'm just gonna fly away. Like, out of curiosity, what's the
there's 60-foot fly speed on them.
Okay, I mean mine's 50, so I don't feel like I'm that far out. But...
Yeah, you could keep up with them. It's no problem.
Yeah,
I'll take one. What do you have?
I have the extra. Yeah, I'll just hold on to fly off with it. Yeah, fly back up.
Yeah, before long, all of you fly out of the prison area and land up on the platforms of the sauropod. You can see Cora's form on way on the back hindquarters of the sauropod. She's on a rope, hand over hand. Her cat is like...
No, my cat was dismissed.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You dismissed it before you went in. So you're kind of hand over hand coming up the rope to get onto the rear platforms of the sauropod.
I'll fly over. If she's still climbing the rope, I'll fly over and hand off a backpack for her.
Okay. He hands off a spare backpack.
He is exhausted.
I
am exhausted.
Cora
That's
is
true.
exhausted.
Okay.
I
will...
You kind of put on the backpack, and then Foreign flies behind you and smacks the button, and you take off. As all of you land on different platforms throughout Rockhaven, you just hear this drunken gnome. All right, I hope that's everybody. Fire! And the cannon literally rocks the sauropod to almost to the point where it almost falls over. The sauropod kind of leans over to one side when the cannon goes off. This radiant blast of energy goes down into the center of the prison area, and then you feel the sauropod begin to lumber away.
Can I use
As this massive form starts moving away from the explosion.
Can I use Expeditious Retreat on the sauropod?
I don't know if it needs it, but you
okay.
could certainly try. I would love for you to make a casting roll.
Ha.
Yeah, you're right.
Ha.
Yeah.
Okay.
After last session, go for it.
It's a first level spell and I have a +9. Okay.
Look, Gentle Repose is a first level spell. It took us 4 times to cast it on your body. And I mean, there's a reason we're all lower than 10.
Oh,
Yeah, remember, we're all lower than 10.
11.
A plus 9.
It's more than 11. I don't know how much it is, but it's more than 11.
I was like, how is that even possible?
Since you're up on the platform around its face, you put your hands right into its jawline, the huge jawbone that's right there, and you pump Expeditious Retreat into its form. It seems to actually pick up pace a little bit. It seems like the magic kind of begins to course down its side. You look up to see Puck look down at you, and she goes, "Yeah, it's cool!" And she just yells down at you, drops a bottle of whiskey down towards you, and she just you just feel this thing lurch, and like as it's exiting the city, it's doing even more damage. Like more buildings are being knocked over, more walls are being knocked over. And as the sauropod finally exits the edge of the city and is going down the tall cliffs to go down into the desert below, there's this sunrise behind you, which is strange because the sun's over there. And you watch as this plume of energy just expands out of the upper areas of the high court. It ejects like half the city up into the air until it finally kind of like billows over and down back in on itself. And the sauropod is just now. As you guys get out onto the desert, on the desert flats, you look off to your left and you can see a fleet of 4 airships coming down out of the clouds. They look familiar to you. They remind you of those airships that that one airship that you encountered in the Airy Spire. You immediately recognize them as Iron Collective ships. Their entire broadside of their ships all fire at the same time.
Oh dear.
You're watching as 120 cannonade shots are arcing down towards Rockhaven. The first few shots hit some of the buildings, hit the side of the sauropod, some cascade down. I need all of you to make dexterity saves, if you would, please. Don't forget, Cora, you have 1 point of exhaustion.
Has there been
Make it
any
disadvantage?
time to, like, do a healing spell on ourselves?
You can certainly try in the midst of this if you'd like.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
we'll
do,
try.
Because we're technically not in initiative. This is one of those theater of the minds that are
Yeah.
playing out around you
I would like
as
to
the
do that.
sauropod is trying to escape into the desert.
I have mass cure wounds. I could hit us all.
Yeah, but
Okay.
what
Not
level
me.
is it?
Wait, did I get with you guys? Did I
I would say Cora
get
and
to
Fo
them?
are on the hindquarters. Karina and everyone else is up on the face platform, but Eritrea, Professor, and Melody are kind of free to land anywhere the 3 of you want to land.
I think we should all land together. Jalbatros, you have suggestions?
No, I was going to kind of follow sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna just do a quick healing word on myself.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was gonna mass cure wounds us all.
I'm just
Four
worried
of you.
that it's gonna go wrong and then we're gonna die. 'Cause I only have, 'cause it's like a 5th level spell, right?
Yeah, so
I passed on that.
No, I'm
and I'll
gonna
just
cast
do
Cure Wounds.
cure wounds on myself at a 2nd level.
I'm gonna chug my potion of greater healing.
And that 20 on that casting roll.
Woo! That means it not only does it go off automatically, your next one goes off automatically as well.
We might as well duplicate.
Now you
it.
can do a mass cure wounds.
Oh my God, Melody's like, okay, because you were epic, now you're allowed to do another one.
Well, I got 27 HP back.
Nice.
I'm doing Cure Wounds 2. As well. 2nd level. I rolled a 19, and you asked,
Oh, you're good.
you do your. What do you add? Is it the modifier or the spell
Your
attack?
spell attack
attack.
modifier.
Attack.
Spell attack. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's a
So
25.
you're good.
So
Yeah.
However, you have
Okay.
a point of exhaustion, and in
Oh, yeah.
2024
Oh, yeah.
rolls,
So you gotta roll a.
that one is I rolled a 18. So either way, it's 25 or a 20.
okay, you're good.
Yeah, 25 or 24. So I get 4d8. I don't have 4d8 with me.
D&D Beyond roll it.
On the
Bite your tongue.
She hates D&D Beyond dice. With a
I mean, to be
passion.
fair, they do suck.
They're not that bad. Sometimes they roll more than 10.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. If you roll 11 dice,
I have recordings that say otherwise.
if you roll 11 dice, you can roll
3.
more than 10.
29.
Hey, Alexa, I got to ask you something.
What?
Are you one that easily gets hangry? Like when you're ready for food?
I do get angry sometimes, but I will tell you guys, I have had one of the worst weeks of my life this week. So
I
I'm
feel you. I
my battery
absolutely
is
feel
low
you.
today.
And to commiserate with you, one of our prize goats gave birth to triplets that were beautiful, but unfortunately,
Gorgeous.
the mom didn't make it. So
Oh,
she had a prolapse. And
Oh.
you can't really do anything about that with goats and sheep when that happens. So
Either way, she still passed before we
before we
found her.
dang.
So I get it, man. It's been a rough week. I totally get
Yeah.
it. Not the
And
same
so
example,
yesterday,
like feeling like that,
yesterday,
that rough feeling.
I had to
yeah.
sell our beautiful baby goats for $50 each instead of $250 each if they'd have been 8 weeks old.
Yeah. But going on vacation
Yeah.
and
I couldn't keep them.
Yeah.
I couldn't
It
keep
was-
them. I'm not taking 3 baby goats on our vacation. I'm not.
your face
I know.
tonight reminds me of how I feel. You just got that fuck this week face. And I'm like, I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you on that.
So fuck with me, Eric Rayo.
These holidays are a little bit better, hopefully.
After tonight, I will be in travel mood, and listening to podcasts on our way up north. So I will be.
I was
I'll be
thinking we might get a new book. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see.
That we could do that too. I'm perfectly
Yeah.
happy. Once we're on the road, we're on the road.
Yeah.
So with that, the chaos is swirling around all of you. Cora and Forn are closer to the rear. Karina's still up on the platform level with Ariana, Greencloak, Twist, and Tam. The shoulder-mounted cannon is now in the process of turning up towards the airships off in the distance. It looks like it's about a 3 to 5 minute cycle of activity for them to get it to fire again. And the sauropod is now lumbering, but the sauropod is taking damage. You can see wounds and streaks of blood on its neck. You can see that the fusillade of fire is coming every minute. There's a sudden the ship's kind of broadside towards the sauropod. The sauropod is angling away and trying to kind of move as fast as a mile-long sauropod can move. But unfortunately, it's a big, heavy beast that is lumbering more than it's able of movement. It feels like Puck is trying to get it out of range and trying to gain time for the massive cannon to shoot up into the ships.
How far away are the ships?
The ships are about maybe 2,000 feet away.
That's pretty far. Okay.
Do we take initiative for this?
Not necessarily. I mean, at this point, you guys could just describe as a group what you'd like to try to do to either help, use group checks or group skills, or use abilities or feats to kind of help either the cannon fire quicker or to help the sauropod outlast the broadside fire it's getting, or do anything you'd like. Technically, we're not in initiative because there's just no independent combat to play out currently.
Are we 300 Are we within 300 feet of the ships?
No, you're you're 2,000 feet away.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and find Tam and Dormir.
Okay. I got 2 things I'd like to do. I'd like to activate Shield of Faith on the sauropod so it has +2 AC.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to make my way to the nearest gun emplacement and just see if I can do anything to help with reloading, carrying ammo.
Ooh, yeah, I love that. Give me a perception or investigation as you look on all the different platforms that are built into the side of the sauropod.
Okay, and I need to roll for the.
Yeah, field. Yep, go for it. Casting roll.
I need to make sure there's not a. Okay, we're good. That's an 18.
Okay, you're good.
And what was the other thing I needed to roll for? I'm sorry.
Either investigation or perception as you look around.
All right.
Yeah, I'm looking for Tam and Dormir specifically to get them to the cannon. To get to
Gotcha.
get the cannon
Gotcha.
faster.
I would
operating.
say Karina would have made mention that she came from the upper platform to come down towards you guys. And she would have mentioned to you that's where Tam, Dormir, Twist, and everybody else were, up on that platform up by the sauropod's head.
Okay.
That was a
That-
19
that's
for
where
my
I'm going.
investigation.
Okay. Four, and you're flying up towards the platform that's around the head of the sauropod. Melody or Eritrea, what would you guys like to try to do?
I'll use Mantle of Inspiration. I can expend a use of Bardic Inspiration to basically give temp HP to people that I choose.
Nice.
So that's a 4. So you get. I can only give it to 5 people. So actually, I guess we have 5. So I'll give it to the 5 people here. You get 8 temp HP.
Nice. Eritrea, what are you doing?
Taking his sword out.
With I wonder, should I make him make a charisma save? Does this feel desperate enough?
He did just roll a nat 20 on a heal, so
That's true. That's true on his casting roll. I am conflicted. I don't feel it's that desperate yet. It's on the edge of being desperate, but not quite there yet. There's still hope that the cannon will go off and possibly destroy the airships.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to hold on to something tight, stay close to Melody to get any of her +5 on anything I need.
You take out your baby Bjorn loop and put it around Melody's shoulder blades, and you're like holding her like a backpack shield.
Yeah.
Did you just nice pull Melody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you're nice pulling Melody just
Kind of sounds like it, yeah.
But before I'll cast Bless. I mean on
Do we have to stay close to you for that though, or is
No.
it
30
okay. 30 feet
Well,
when
it's
you
gotta
cast
be
it, but you
within
don't have
a
to
certain
stay.
casting. Yeah, within casting. So Eritrea, you're concentrating on Bless. How many? Well, you'll have to give me a casting roll for starters.
I automatically
which-
succeed.
Oh, that's right, because the natural 20. I love it.
upcast that shit and give it to Sauropod too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, bless the sauropod.
Yeah, seriously.
Bless
that
this mess.
I love
Literally,
that.
bless this mess.
Karina, all around you, you can see your friends doing what they can do best. Foreign makes it up to the platform, gathers up Dormir and Tam, and the 3 of them fly down towards the cannon that is trying to get ready to fire up towards the airship. You can see Eritrea and Melody not only boosting morale around them, but using their powers to embolden the sauropod. You watch as Professor Jabatros climbs into the gunner seat of one of the wooden platforms, and he swings this cannon around. He's like pointing it up towards the airships, he's priming it. He's pulling the magical lever on it to take a shot up towards the airships that are now within 1,500 feet of the sauropod. What would you like to do with your time?
Now that we're within 300 feet, I'd like to cast Plummet.
You're 1,500 feet away still.
Okay. I'm gonna.
They've closed the distance by 500 feet.
So I'm gonna fly up. I'm gonna try to be mindful of the path of the cannons, and I'm gonna try and stealthily fly towards the planes when I'm within 300 feet. I'll try and cast Plummet.
All right, give me at least one dexterity save. You can have advantage because you're flying, and you can see where they're coming from.
First one is 19. Second one
So
is
you're-
20.
All right, so you're
Ooh,
good.
damn.
You're kind of like flying in between the cannonades as they kind of rocket right by you. You get within 300 feet of the first airship that you can get closest to.
Perfect. Plummet is a 3rd level spell, so that's 13, correct?
Yep, 13 or higher. Cast it.
Don't yours always cast it 5th?
Not always. Not this time. Oof, okay, 9 plus 9.
18. You're good.
Oh, thank God.
What's the spell effect?
Plummet, you conjure an enormous glowing force which wraps around a flying creature within range and attempts to pull it out of the air. The target must take a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, it is pulled to the ground and the falling damage is normal. 1d6.
As a natural 7, plus 5 for the pilot skill. So that's a 12, so it's going to fail.
16. Okay, so it is pulled
Nice.
to the ground.
It is currently level, but up. It's currently 300 feet up in the air, so it's going to plummet 300 feet down to hit the ground. So I believe that's a d6 every 5 feet of falling damage.
Yes. Or it's so it's I guess it's not really meant to be used on a flying thing. I don't know. I'm gonna read it, and I think you can decipher what is the
If we
correct.
have to interpret it, otherwise we will.
The target must take a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, it is pulled to the ground and takes a falling damage as normal. 1d6 bludgeoning damage for every 10 feet it falls.
Sorry, every 10 feet, yes.
To a maximum of 20d6. On a successful save, it takes half as much.
So it failed, so roll 20d6 for its damage.
You may have to do
That's
that
a
on
lot of
D&D Beyond.
d6.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I want to
8.
see her kid freeze when she rolls.
Wait, my luck is gonna be like
All ones.
all ones. It's 63.
63.
That's not bad.
You guys watch as one of the airships off in the distance that closed within 1,200 feet of the sauropod suddenly arcs directly downward and flat bottoms into the desert sand. You watch as the backside of the ship kind of crests upward and breaks. And you watch as the hole kind of spills open as the ship kind of rolls into the desert, leaving, I believe, 3 ships left at that point. Karina, give me another deck save as you go to have to dodge another barrage of cannonade at you.
Do I still have advantage?
Yes, because you are flying. So I'll give you that.
First one is 18. Second one is less than 18.
Okay. So you manage to move around and avoid the cannonade. Professor, now that they're within 1,200 feet, you line up this sizable metal cannon that you've pointed up at one of the ships, and it's definitely within range. So give me, you're not technically proficient with this device, but you can give me a D20 and add your, this feels like either wisdom or dex, I think, right? Either your dexterous nature or your ability to see the target. I'll let you choose.
All right. Ooh, that's pretty good. I'll go with Dex just because it's slightly higher, but that is a 27.
I'll definitely hit. Give me 10d8 bludgeoning damage, if you would, please.
All right, we're just rolling on. We're just rolling on.
And don't forget, if you ever want to use Discord, you can use Discord to roll too.
Actually, that's not bad. All right, 44. That's not awful.
Yeah, the cannon, like you can, like in Discord, you go exclamation roll, 10d8, then hit enter, and it'll roll it for you. So if you guys ever want to use that as a shortcut, you can. With that in mind, the cannon goes off. You watch as it hits one of the ships. Watch as a plume of fire starts arcing up out of the ship. Forn, you escort Tam and Dormir down on to the gunnery platform down below. You can see it's covered with arcanic symbols. There's a giant brimstone rock embedded into the backside of the cannon. It looks like it needs another minute of charging before it can fire.
Ham, give me the hole. I'm gonna try to get the glimpse.
He reaches into his vest and hands you the little piece of fabric.
I snap it out, pop it open, and then reach in and pull out all the glintstone that I had, And I'm
Tam
trying
sees you do that and goes, "What the fuck are you doing?"
we gotta juice this fucking thing up so we can take this.
Yes, but we don't know what that Glimstone's gonna do mixed with Brimstone. That's a lot of arcane power.
And so it can take out all 3 of them.
Dormir goes, "Oh, this should be fun." Dormir like reaches and grabs some of the stone from you, goes over to the big broomstone, and he starts using a combination of mending to kind of mend the Glimstone into the base around the larger broomstone.
And I'm gonna, so I'll snap and roll up the hole, and then I'm gonna try and see if I can figure out a way. If I need to use the homunculus servant, the unseen servant, sorry, from my book, the Tinkerer's Guide, to try and make this like a bird shot as opposed to one pulse.
Fair enough.
Like shotgun blast these 3 ships as opposed.
Was
to
that an Arcana check to pull that off?
Yeah, because it's tinkering and it's like Arcana tinkering.
Go for it.
And if I'm using the book, the Tome of Ingenious Crafting, if I'm using that, I get advantage on checks for tinkering stuff with that.
Awesome, I love it. Go for it.
All right. Oh shit, that's a 3 and an 8. So that's a 13 Arcana.
13. As you get into tinkering with the stone, Dormir's with you, Tam is with you. You begin to realize that the radiant arcane burst of this weapon turns about a 300 square foot area into a radiant burst of energy when it strikes something. You get the feeling that the 3 of you have a better chance of speeding up its chance to fire than to impress its already impressive explosion that's going to take place.
Okay. Then I will, if that's the case, then I'll take my rifle out and be like trying to aim with the rifle and trying to sight the gun at the same time to make sure that we're going to hit a target.
Love it.
Sounds like as long as we hit a target, we should be able to take care of the rest of them.
Cora, anything you're focusing on while all this chaos is going on?
I followed Thorn to, down
to the gunnery platform.
His back.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm helping with whatever he's doing.
Okay. There's a brief moment when a final cannonade comes from 3 of the remaining ships. You can see Karina pirouette around it off in the distance as she's trying to make her way back towards you guys. The cannonade kind of like slams into the side of the Rockhaven buildings, the sauropod, but doesn't seem to do quite as much damage this time. All of you then hear this recoil, this massive. As you look down on the main gun platform where this massive cannon is, you can see where Forn, Cora, and everybody on the platform just kind of disappear into a blinding light. Those of you on the platform, you watch as all the Glimstone is absorbed into the Brimstone, and then this intense heat and energy kind of just directs itself out in the direction of one of the ships. You watch as it hits the center mass of the one of the 3 ships, and it vaporizes that ship instantly. But as that ship is vaporized, you watch as a bullion of like energy and light bubble out from where it strikes, and then you just watch as all 3 ships just disintegrate. And there's this like superheated kind of like radiant energy that falls down into the desert. You can see this steady plume of radiant heat like coming off of this slag that has fallen into the desert and just giving off plume of energy. But at that moment, no longer being pursued, the sauropod begins to slow down. The backdrop is an aerial explosion of light, and then off in the distance, the radiant mushroom cloud coming off the backside of King's Fall, where the High Court District used to be, which is probably now gone. You could hear the roars and cheers of like all the halflings and gnomes, and that's when you begin to look around and you see a bunch of these halflings and gnomes. One of the halflings looks familiar. It's one of the fire eaters. You then begin to realize that all the dwarves were members of the Minor Coalition. They're all, there's even a couple Aarakocrans. You recognize one of the Aarakocrans. All the individuals that were seemed to be working with Puck, or maybe this was a gambit. Maybe this was enough, because as everyone else is cheering and roaring, anyone looking up at the platform and then up where the tethered dirigible is a very, very pissed off, drunk Puck. And all you see her do is like give King's Fall like this big finger, and she just starts laughing and drinking and disappears back into the dirigible. Before long, all of you congregate on the platform that surrounds the head of the sauropod. Nothing but the wind kind of streaking by you and the yells of celebration from the crowd down below in Rockhaven. It is, I think it's still evening, right? Wasn't it early evening when you guys
Yeah, it was like afternoon.
arrived? Yeah, late afternoon, early evening.
Early evening now.
The
yeah.
last of the sun is just now setting as the expanse of the edge of the Hellcatch at the edge of the cliff faces is beginning to kind of slowly approach in the background. But you guys are all back together again on the platform that surrounds the head of the sauropod.
So, you guys been?
How?
You were.
Hang
I'm
on.
looking where he puts his portable hole. You were.
So I'm opening I literally was going to open the hole and try to pull it, see what's going on. Yeah.
No portable hole can hold me.
It
Are you alive?
most definitely did.
Yeah, I mean, you were in there. No, how?
It's kind of a strange story, but I think we need to find Puck real quick, and I will explain what happened. As always, there are some big and unfortunate news.
Do you want your necklace back?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
You can see the pulley platforms that'll take you up to the air dirigible that is tethered, 75 feet up above the head of the sauropod. Down below, you can hear the sounds of repairs already taking place, the sounds of a small city on the back of a large beast kind of coming back alive again, people congratulating each other. All the survivors, the Fey folk, are kind of gathered with each other, and you can tell that they've suffered greatly under whatever conditions they were under. But whatever Puck's gambit is, it seems to have paid off for the most part. You guys get on the tethered platforms that slowly rise up towards the dirigible at this point.
Man, you guys really did that. Quickly, too. That's crazy. The wind is really not selling how big of a monument this is.
There's no way we got all of them.
It's
Hopefully
more than
we
I
did.
thought you guys could do. Is that reassuring? Is that a nice thing to say?
Yeah, we totally did this.
Yeah, like Korea thinks you guys planned all this.
Yeah, no, 5 seconds ago before I died, you guys were like, maybe let's do it, and then it just happened. That's crazy. That's solid planning. Whose plan was this?
I think it was Puck's.
Oh, okay, now that makes sense.
Guys, feel the elevators stop up at the dirigible's edge. The dirigible's kind of floating in the air.
Is Puck there?
You guys look inside, and you can
He's going like
see
this.
you can see Puck. You can see Puck pouring herself another drink, but you can also hear the sounds of a tabaxi arguing with Puck as well.
Wow.
No way.
Oh, whoa.
Professor, what does your former character look like at this point? As it is chastising and arguing about how incredibly dangerous and stupid that little gambit was that Puck just took.
Okay. Spot is grayer in the muzzle than they ever were 10 years ago. Like how long have they been on this plane in Jrusar?
I mean, it's been 10 years since what happened with the Feywild.
No, I mean, like, how long have they been here, like in this setting with Puck? Because I know.
Oh, they've only been here for a few days. You got to ride on an airship out of Vasselheim, and then made it down to Marquet, and then you found another airship that was heading out towards Ankarel, and that's when you found Rockhaven on its way towards King's Fall.
Gotcha. Okay, I just wanted to make sure it hadn't been like a year, but like just haggard. Like
yeah, we know Spot doesn't like to do long distance traveling. We get it.
This is more. Spot has 4 kittens now that are all just them, and they kind of took this thing mostly. Hey, yeah, okay, we'll go find Xanth. Like this sounds cool, but also like, hey. My disciples are useless, so this is a vacation. This is a.
I want a spin-off of like of the disciples side journey.
We all play one of Spot's kits.
Yeah, that would be perfect. Oh my god, that'd be like a kung fu movie. It'd be perfect.
Adorable.
I'm there for that. I will absolutely do that one shot.
I will organize that. I will get that organized. We'll figure out a way to do that.
Spots tots.
As they're in the Spots tots. Oh my god, that is copyrighted. No one steal that. As you guys all come in off the platforms that brought you up to the dirigible, Puck and this Tabaxi are in the heated, like back and forth about how crazy it was what she just did. She like puts her hand up towards the Tabaxi. The Tabaxi just kind of sullenly goes silent. And then Puck looks over. Oh, hi again. Hey. Hi.
Hi, I think I have some news for you.
You have some news for me? Really?
I believe it has to do with your blue-skinned friend.
Don't fucking tease me. Are you talking about Xaneth?
I am. But let's make sure the space is secured before we talk. And I look at Spots specifically because untrustworthy immediately.
I'll take the. We still have the stone from the Prancing Centaur. We brought it with us. I'll take it out and activate it so that our area is safe from scry, but also the detect magic and all that shit goes off too.
Yeah, absolutely. The Tabaxi kind of the Tabaxi kind of looks over at Karina and just looks completely dejected and just gives this scowl over towards Karina and Puck. Puck just looks at the Tabaxi. Go see if he's here yet. He should be here any moment now. He was close. The Tabaxi just kind of just gives a low growl and heads back out to the platform and takes the platform back down the neck of the sauropod. Puck then kind of looks at all of you and then looks at Karina. Don't worry, Karina Prime is safe. I've got her down with some friends. What do you have for me, Karina? What?
First note is Karina Prime is no longer supposed to be on the sauropod. I believe she went to a place where nobody except for the maid that was going with her knows about, and Karina...
We haven't delivered her yet.
Oh, no, okay.
We were in the process of doing that when I got word that the Iron Collective was making a move to take more Fey folk. Rather than take her to her place of safety, we deferred our way towards King's Fall. I've had enough of that place, and I've had enough of changelings, to be honest with you.
Haven't we all? I am a priestess of the Raven Queen. She had requested me to assist her in finding your friend in some kind of space. I kind of recount the experience. I recount the figures that tried to enter that space. And finally, I reveal, I tell her I don't know what happened to her now. I know that she was moving again when I put the helm on her. And I tell her that the Raven Queen requested I give to her this thing that it seemed like everybody was after, which is this medallion.
And she sees you. Do you show her the medallion?
Yes, I'm gonna give it to her.
That's impossible. We saw her go with the god. They took that into the vault. Why? And she reaches out for it and she gently grabs it from you.
And I also tell them about Artagnan, and that Artagnan also wanted me to deliver this to her. And also that I was completely right about Bragsworth. He is a bastard. I knew it. I don't say I knew it. I'm going to be more noble than that.
So everything that Karina experienced, you're telling all the information to everybody in the room, in the dirigible?
Yeah, but I make myself cooler, as always.
Oh, of course. Of course. Always the hero.
You were dead.
I'm still stuck on this. She's dead too.
I tried. We tried to heal you. We tried to bring you back. It didn't work.
Yeah.
I cast gentle repose on your corpse. I'm confused by this as well.
I don't know the specifics.
We know people do come back.
I literally just see Karina as like just shrug emoji, just turns around like, hey, sometimes people just come back. It's fun.
The Raven Queen. If there were many times in which I was at death's door in which she was not at all interested in bringing me back, for whatever reason, this time she was.
You saw Scabatha, and from your description, I think you saw Mason too.
Mason was there.
He's
And
supposed
so
to
was-
be dead.
He is supposed to be dead, but I don't know what that space was. I don't know what time frame was to that space. Were the other figures, did they seem at all kind of connected to
Hard to know. I mean, now that Foreign has mentioned it, that does match the description of Mason, and of course Scabatha. The other face was pure vampire, pure vampiric. You're not sure what that represents. However, since you do say that in front of Puck will say that reminds her of Strahd, is who that reminds her of.
We did see his paintings in his castle that we destroyed.
This is true. So Puck would definitely recognize the description that Karina's giving of the vampire as being the vampire Strahd.
why were they all after this thing, if I may ask, and why were so many entities interested in me delivering it to you specifically?
We left Xaneth in a place called the Blood Vault. She had taken the arm of a god and walked into that vault with the intent of making sure that no one could ever find it or take from it the device that it held. Some say that this, and she holds up the talisman with the heart and the blood pooled within the emblem of the heart, this is the blood of the first of vampire. It is said to be the blood of creation, the blood of the blood of first darkness. I think you experienced different points of time that the vault was being protected. Mason, I think, was trying to gain access to the vault before he died. I think Strahd still looks for it. He could still be alive. I don't know. And I think Scabatha may be more inclined to be tethered to you, and maybe your death gave her insight into the vault. And now she knows this exists. I think whoever had you take this from Xaneth And Puck just gets tears in her face. And you saw Xanath? She was alive? She was okay when you gave her the helm? Do you know where she went? Do you know where
I'm
she
sorry.
is?
To my knowledge, she was somehow suspended in time, not quite animated before I put the helm on her. Once I did, she screamed and disappeared. That is all I know.
Puck reaches over and grabs a bottle, takes a big, deep swig from it. Okay, so we've got the medallion. As soon as Earthen gets here, we can be on our way. Karina, since you were the focus of this, I want you to come with us. Me and my friends have been looking for Xanath for a long time, and now that we have this medallion, I think we can find her. I think that's the point of this. I think it was protected from Strahd. It was protected from Mason, but a new threat potentially was trying to get it. This Scabatha, I think that's why they had you take it, Karina. And to give it to me, I can use this. Earthen's very good at magic, so he's an asshole, a complete asshole, but he's really good at magic. Like, Puck has never really liked Earthen all that much. He's just too flamboyant and too uppity for her.
Like 2 weeks.
Hey, Puck and I were great. Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Puck and Spock got along really well. There's chaos, pure chaos.
Yeah, chaos twins.
What were your alts? What were the names of the alts that met up with everybody? Wasn't it a different alt group that you met up in the middle of the desert?
Yeah, mine was the Goliath Warlock.
That's right.
Yeah.
I can't remember Ryan's character's name.
The Blood Milker.
The Blood Milker.
Blood Milker. I'll never forget Ryan's character's name. The Blood Milker.
Jofus.
How did I miss the day where everybody met with the Blood Milker?
And he became the Blood Milker because he got bullied a lot in school.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
true.
no.
And I was Giant's Bane, the Goliath Warlock.
Yeah,
Wait, these are all
I feel like
fire names.
And I was
Melody, or Alexa, who did you play as that alt for that session?
I was Winnie the Green.
That's right, Winnie the Green. That's right.
Like a warlock Winnie the Pooh, like Winnie the Pooh fights.
No, it was a halfling druid Winnie the Pooh.
That is
right.
awesome.
I feel like Jean-Carlo had some questions, but felt really conflicted about asking, just because he's a burb. He doesn't know anything about milk. So, like, that sounds not how that works, but okay. But
Well, Giancarlo got sent back home, so he will not be traveling.
Yeah, he will not
with
be
others,
doing this.
unfortunately.
Just like Carlo.
In the middle of this conversation, a very out of breath tabaxi known as Spot comes back up into the dirigible. As Puck is in the middle of asking Karina to join her, everyone looks out the viewscape of the dirigible, and you see this magnificent elven airship slowly kind of approaching the edge of the dirigible. As it comes up along the edge of the dirigible, you see a Goliath, you see a human that looks to be a bard. All of your previous characters have now gathered on this airship. Everybody's here. The pilot of the elven airship is someone that goes by the name of Winter, who is currently piloting the ship.
Hey, that ship's full of a lot of really expensive metals.
Yes.
A lot of really
a lot.
At which point, Puck looks at Spot, nods towards Spot. Spot goes over to one of the verandas that kind of looks out the dirigible and leaps over onto the airship. Spot seems to exchange words with everybody on the airship. And Puck kind of looks at Karina and then looks at all of you. I have a very big favor to ask all of you. I'm going to take your friend with me. I have a chance to save a very important person in my life. This is all connected somehow. I don't know why. I don't know who's put these fates in alignment with all of us, but I need the 5 of you to do me a favor. I want you to take over my position here on Rockhaven. I want you to take my city, my people, and protect them. Get Karina Prime to her destination. And then what you do from there is all up to you. Right now, I need to save my friend. And my friend's very important to me. And this is the first break we've had in a long time. We have the device set up in the Ramadan desert, ready. But I think this is what we've been waiting for. This is the object. And with Earthen, I think we can pull this off. I leave everything to you. I'm going to try to come back, so please, don't get all my people killed. And for God's sake, don't get my sauropod killed. By the way, he goes by the name Tiny, in case you wanted to know. Karina, I'll give you a few minutes. Puck turns on her heels, heads to the veranda, and then turns back to look at all 5 of you. Thank you for all of this. And Puck leaps onto the airship. She quickly talks and hugs everybody on the airship. They all patiently stand there, looking at Karina, waiting for her to join them.
I don't know if I mentioned, but so Artagnan, the real Archfey Artagnan, he had a mission that he wanted me to impart, I think, to you guys. And I tell them about the location of what he needs to recreate the Fae. I reiterate that the Artagnan we know is a fake. I just impart all of the information he told me.
Keep going, Karina. I'm gonna reset my camera while you're talking.
Also highlight the fact that he said that there was one person, he mentioned female, who still believes in him, that he is unable to reward, but might have some kind of insight into the situation. And before I go, I do need to go talk to Karina Prime. I guess I'm gonna give you guys some stuff before I leave. Yeah, not in a dramatic way, not in a eulogy way.
We'll see you again. Again.
Yeah. Corn, and I take the necklace that you just gave back to me, and I'm returning it to you just for the dramatic moment where I get to give it.
I mean, I took it off of you because I saw it was the thing of the dead, and I was like, oh shit. And then now I'm like, wait, you're not dead. Here, this was yours.
Oh,
but,
yeah, no.
Oh, yeah,
So, actually, you should probably have this. You seem to have a stronger connection to this, and I am also very afraid of those hags. Wow, I don't have a lot of things to give.
$10 Amazon gift card for the rest of you.
Just sitting there just we're good. I'm coming back for that debt to the professor. Funds. I can pay you right now.
I guess I'll give something that I own, so you guys can use the campus that I already gave Eritreo to locate me if the situation comes down to it. And same goes with Karina Prime, and this is me showing you guys that I trust you to the zenith degree. Because, yeah. I'm gonna give you guys the potion of the golden dragon. So if you drink it, you turn into a golden dragon. I did get it from the fake Jamansa Ord, so who knows if it's gonna work. But maybe.
Nice.
So I used a scale from him, but he was true polymorphed, or they were true polymorphed, so 50-50 chance that it's gonna work. Yeah, I know. You'd think that in the year that I've played this character, I'd own more things. But I
I
don't.
think your biggest thing you had
Money.
was all that wealth back in Drusar.
Yeah, but I'm not giving.
She's not giving.
Um,
Could
and I
give
will-
Eritreo a card for the best spa / exotic dancing room around. That's apparently his thing
full
now.
books that
I
I don't.
show Ford my badge. I say I already have membership to it.
Yeah.
I don't think that one's there anymore.
Just like
Oh yeah, the gilded cage may not be there anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna give you guys some Cole's cash and be on my way. I'm gonna give. You know what? This is very touching. I'm gonna give Melody my candelabra. It's not magical. It's just very dramatic.
Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you, Karina.
Promise me you'll go down long hallways only with this as a light source.
I will in like sort of a translucent white dressing gown.
Perfect. Oh my god.
Cookie style.
Amazing.
Oh, the drama, the drama.
And Cora, I don't really know you. I'm sorry. I'll give you this copy of Anne of Green Gables. It's a decent trade.
Thank you. I don't think I've read this one.
She's a good girl. It's very sweet. It's she's a little annoying sometimes, but aren't we all?
She gives all of her wealth to Cora after.
There's like a banknote in the book. that
Yeah,
she
there's
forgot.
like a passcode inside.
Uh-huh.
It's like a Swiss. It's like a Swiss account number.
It's the bookmark. Like that's the
Yeah.
bookmark of the book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'll give the professor one of my dark magic books in case they decide to stop being a paladin and have more
Go down
fun.
the righteous path, not the
I
light
feel like
path.
this is the Wizard of Oz imparting all of the knowledge.
Yeah.
And to
Just
you,
hold the book up.
courage.
At some point, you just get
And
this
to you,
sense-
Eritreo, I give you a
Things-
D20 that will never roll under an 18.
Ooh, are you familiar with something called necromancer pants? It's an Icelandic mythology where you go to rob a dead person and you skin the bottom half of their body and then you make them into pants and you put a little bit of coins in the crotch area. Then they infuse to your skin, but you always have some change. The only thing is you have to find somebody who will take those pants off of you after you die, before you die. Otherwise, you go to hell. But they also then get the change.
Boy, Karina just got dark.
Weird.
That totally tracks for Eritreo, though. That definitely tracks for Eritreo.
Yeah, definitely.
Betrayal to you, I give these pants.
Lovely.
And I would like a few minutes to talk with Karina Prime. And if there is time for me to go with her to some place that I know will not be traceable, I think Karina is still very, very paranoid that someone will come and get her.
I would say that you finish your conversation and gift giving. You board the airship with the others outside. They watch as you lower down below. They give you a few moments to get off on another veranda down below to go find Karina Prime. And you find her pretty easily. She's down helping, healing, and helping people recover from the battle.
Before I talk to her, can I try and summon original evil? The Raven?
Ooh. Give me a persuasion check on that.
That is a 27.
Nice. As you get off the airship and you're standing, you quickly and you watch as evil. Oh, hello, mistress. Good to see you.
It is good to see you. I'm sorry we've ended things previously on a sour note. I hope the Raven Queen had forgiven you for the mistakes that I have made. And
I would say your quest forgives us all for the mistakes we've made. You're going to go and help a friend who's going to, well, reveal something important. The Raven Queen believes in the balance of things. things, life versus death, and that thin threshold that we walk to keep that balance. I suspect she's eager for you to restore balance to whatever has been broken.
I hope that in doing so, I can earn the right to her favor in protecting the life that I hold dear. And you are one of the few beings in this universe that I trust, and so I hope that you can protect Karina Prime while I am away.
I'll do one even better. I will see to it that Karina Prime gets to her destination, and once she's there, do you mind if I tag along with the others? I especially like the one with the horns, the one that goes by the name Melody. She's a lot of fun.
As tempting as that would be, shenanigans-wise, I would actually like for you to stay with Karina Prime so you can report back to me if anything happens.
Fine.
I'm sorry, but you can send the lesser evil to do shenanigans with them.
He flies away from you, circles you, begins to lead you down the platforms and then down into a building where you find Karina Prime tending to about a half dozen wounded individuals. Karina Prime sees you. She's covered with dust and smoke, little spatters of blood. She's holding little healing kits, and she tosses everything and goes running over to you and grabs onto you. And the two of you kind of briefly embrace for a moment.
I will be away for some time, but I will be back. Until then, there are a lot of people and a lot of beings who are really invested in your well-being and want to care for you. If you could tell me one thing, if you could be anything in this world, if you could have any life that you could choose for yourself, what would it be?
A complete stranger that owes nobody anything. I can just live a life where I can do what I want, and I don't have to worry about the consequences of what I do. Just a normal life, I guess.
Then I will make that happen. By the next time you see me, that will be within reach. And until then, just for a bit longer, please stay vigilant. Let nobody in. Do not trust anybody. Know that there is so much danger after you. And take care of your mind and spirit. And I kind of say that in a way that would kind of indicate that I'm talking to both of the beings that is inside this vessel.
Yeah.
And find harmony within it. The recreation of the world that has been lost is plausible. I am helping. People are working on it, and when that happens, I kind of imply both of you, but I say you.
Right.
Will be able to live freely as yourself, and no longer be bound to the circumstances that has brought us all here.
With that, you guys make a final embrace. Evil stays behind on the shoulder of Karina Prime.
Can I do a quick mind check on Desdemona? I know she's a tertiary character, but she's the only one who's going to be there with Karina, so I just need to make sure real quick nothing evil is lurking in that mind that I can tell.
Yeah, you can give me an insight check.
Can I use Detect Thoughts?
Sure. Are you going deep or just surface?
I'm gonna go deep, but this is like a person that I tell her I'm gonna do it just to make sure there is nothing there, and I'm using the bracers of Detect Thoughts, so it's not a spell.
Gotcha. Who are you doing this on again?
Desdemona. She's a very tertiary character, but she's the only person who would be with Karina Prime. I just want to make sure. I'm just making sure no stone unturned.
I would say, as you're saying your goodbyes, you pull Demona off to the side and you have a quick conversation with her. She agrees, and you feel the bracers work, and you feel her surface thoughts of both sadness and happiness at the same time. You go deeper into her deeper thoughts, and it would appear her focus is on protecting Karina once they get to their destination. No sign of any concern, no sign of any untoward nature.
Okay, I think that's the most I can do in this situation. But she seems like she would be trustworthy. Um. Uh. I'm gonna give her my lightning wand, just
Okay.
as extra measure of protection.
And you're keeping the book, and she still has her book as well, right?
Yes. So,
Okay.
and I'm gonna give them like a lot of money, and that's where the wealth is going.
I love it.
So now they're keeping the wealth. How much was it? It was
Oh, rude.
93,000 gold.
Yeah.
Well,
Rude.
have fun with it. I can't think of anybody else who needs it. So
NPCs. NPCs getting it.
To be fair, we do technically own a giant sauropod city now, so
That's true.
yeah, and I'm sure you guys got some coal cash and some gift cards. So I think you should
All
be.
about this sauropod.
Cold sauropod.
Wait till you see
cold.
the feeding bill for this sauropod.
right?
So
I
know
would
it's
rather
cool
have-
cash, but all I'm thinking of is just those stupid Amazon return receipts. It's just like, oh, okay. No, the fuck do you mean it doesn't apply to this?
We don't have. I mean, we don't own the sauropod now. We have possession of it, and
I feel like she
a
gave us
rental almost.
I
wants
feel
it
like she gave
back.
us Gilmore's glorious gift cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that, Karina, you say goodbye to Evil. You say goodbye to Prime and Demona. You wind your way back up the platforms. There you see the Elven airship waiting for you. Puck welcomes you aboard. As the five of you stand up in the dirigible, you see the Elven airship kind of rise slowly away. It circles the perimeter of the sauropod in Rockhaven. And you watch as it kind of arcs up into the air. But as it arcs up in the air, you see a flash of energy in front of it as this gateway opens in front of it. And you watch as it slips through the gateway and disappears. What would the five of you like to do next?
Cry.
We can figure out where we're sleeping on this thing.
Yeah. How
Oh
big
yeah,
is the
and
dirigible?
Puck's room, like the dirigible is Puck's room. There's like a shit bucket in the corner. She just tosses trash off the edge of the veranda. There's clothing everywhere. But in the very center of the dirigible, there's this big round table with all the knowledge and information on how to manage the sauropod. There's also a giant map of Rockhaven on the table as well. So it tells you the location of everything. There's a journal with an entry of all the different people that run the place that kind of like manage things for her when she's so hammered she can't really get any work done. And her booze collection is intense. Like there's a whole wall of the dirigible that's just crates and crates and crates of booze from like all over Exandria, from like Wildmont,
That's
from
a lot.
Vasselheim, from Nicodranus, from Zadash, from the Bright Queen's city. Like she's been everywhere across Exandria. She has spent 10 years of her life looking for clues on how to find her best friend Xanath. There's even like numerous journals like stacked on a shelf that describe all of that activity that she's been through. And now that you have access to Rockhaven, you also have access to the most complete maps of Marquet. So you now have pretty good maps of like the Patagrip Sands, the Ashenador, the Oderlin Wilds, the Ramadan Desert, the northern region, the northeast region, the coastal regions of Marquet. I believe I will publish a map that will show you the equivalent of what you now know about the region of Marquet.
And where did Karina say that we needed to go
on Corel.
for the traveler? On Corel.
Yeah, that evidently in an old submerged elven city that has long since been built atop of a ancient city of elven origin sits in the underwater regions underneath Ankarel. The Ramadan Desert once used to be a amazing tropical jungle that once expanded all across Marquet. During the period of calamity, it was turned into a desert. And the elven people that once resided in the Ramadan Desert, or what was called the elven forest or elven jungle at the time, disappeared along with the change in the landscape and scenery of the Ramadan, becoming a massive blasted desert that sprawls like for thousands of miles through the central region of Marquet.
Now, I'm from the Ramadan Desert. Does that area sound, I mean, any familiar? Anything, you know?
I mean, Ank'Harel is the one city that you and your order try not to go to because of the kind of like cultural significance, as well as the what you would call the not suspicious, but the idea of it's kind of sacrilegious, or there's a sense of superstition about Ank'Harel. They're a city of people that kind of don't jive with the nature of your order, so you've never been to the city itself.
Any whispers that I've heard about, you know, ruins underneath the city?
Give me a history check on that one.
History. No, I remember nothing.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 1.
Oh.
Good time to roll a 1. Of all things.
Yeah. I rolled a 1. I
do
remember
know-
nothing.
I've
heard nothing.
We do know that perhaps the true Jamon Sword is being held captive in a prison beneath Ank'Harel.
Well, maybe it's in the same ruins.
Which case, if perhaps the Bright Queen's there too, if she's not dead, as we're led to believe. What's more, though, I don't believe we should take Rockhaven all the way to Ank'Harel. Perhaps Tam and Dormir and Twist might steward the sauropod, because arriving in such fashion would draw attention. Certainly, word of what's happened in King's Fall will spread.
Tam's laboratory probably just got destroyed.
I don't want to leave the sauropod just like in anyone's hands, though. Like, all of the Fae are here. My sister's here. Karina's here.
Dormir is also friendly to the Fae.
I mean, if we can talk to Dormir about what protections he can put on the sauropod. I don't know how they've kept hidden for so long. This thing is giant.
Remember Dormir is also like in between times.
Yeah, so if he could, do some of that, that'd be great.
Theoretically, yeah. So if that's the case, I'll go track down Dormir and Tam.
We did say we would get Karina Prime safely delivered before we did something else.
Hopefully, ideally, that's marked on a map somewhere, because I don't think any of us were told where.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing anything about it. But Puck presumably has some note on this.
It's a big red X on the map.
Yeah.
But did she mean like the edge of it, the middle of the X, like the general area of the X?
Can I take a look at the map and see if there is a thing? This may just be me hallucinating, but I'd swear we discussed this previously when we were on Rockhaven with our alts. Is there a portal or a planar gate here?
On Rockhaven?
Yes. I thought I get it.
Give me an investigation as you examine the map.
I might end up using my D8 inspiration.
Got guidance.
Oh. What is that? Plus
D4. D4.
D4.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and use both of those because I am genuinely curious about that. So let's see what we got. Because I did not roll well. It sucks. That is a 16.
Are you using any inspiration? Do you have any D6s available?
I had one, but
I'll give you a bardic. That's a
cool.
D6.
All right. Oh, why do I have that? All right, so another D6. Oh wait, why am I doing that? Give me that. Let me roll those in Discord because man, fuck D&D Beyond. Okay, that is a dirty 20.
Nice.
That's a really bad roll, by the way.
They're looking at the map and thinking about the only thing that you see on the map is in the middle of Rockhaven, on the tallest part of the back of the creature, there's a tower called the Atrium. Suppose from reading the map, it would appear that Puck has left a mark indicating that there's the presence of something special there. But that's the only thing that you find that hints at maybe a possible location.
All right, I definitely want to examine that when time allows.
So, Thorn, at some point, you're going to go seek out Tam and Dormir. Professor's going to check out the Atrium, Eritrea, Cora, and Melody. What would you guys like to do as the sauropod is being guided? Like, I'll say you find the instructions for where Karina Prime's being taken. It's only a day away. You figure you'll be there within the morning to drop her off. And it's not a geolocation, like it's not a physical location. It makes mention of a meeting point, like someone's being met there to take Karina Prime into safety. So you're not really sure where you're going is where she's going to be, but you definitely get the feeling that the instructions and information, you're taking her to somebody who's going to take her into safety.
Okay. I am looking on the map of the sauropod for where we could potentially spend the night tonight, because I don't think I want to spend the night in this room.
Give me investigation or survival as you examine the map.
Okay. Roll better than the one. Oh, that's not much better.
It is better than one, though.
See, it is better than one, but not by much. You said investigation or what?
Investigation or survival.
Okay. 13.
13. DC's not that hard. You do locate a large building near the atrium called Puck's Palace. It appears to be a tavern and inn that she uses whenever she's not up in the dirigible. That's probably a better location for the group to stay at.
Yeah. Okay.
Melody and Eritrea, what are you guys doing with your time? Is basically got the rest of the night until the morning when Karina Prime is going to get dropped off at the meeting point.
I think Melody would probably, want to take to the streets, take out her little harp, play some songs, try and heal some people, hand out drinks. So maybe she hits Alice, get some drinks, and start handing them out on the street.
I love it.
Trying to create a more celebratory vibe.
Yeah. Eritrea, what are you doing with your time, do you think?
Are there any places of worship here?
There are temples. Puck allows people. They're mostly temples that are empirical to dwarven beliefs. So there's a Mordain temple. There's also ones for halflings, which mostly are Timora for halflings, a goddess of luck. There is one of the temples that's better well kept and seems to be the prize of the small temple district that's in Rockhaven is dedicated to hell. More importantly, the statue that that bears the entrance to the temple is a temple dedicated to one of Helm's champions known as Xanath.
I'm going to travel there.
Okay. Professor, as you head down into the busy streets, you head towards the area that you believe the atrium is located. You and Cora actually travel together because Cora's going to go check out Puck's Palace and see about getting places for all of you to stay once you all decide to settle in for the evening. So the two of you are walking together. Eventually, Cora heads off down one street towards Puck's Palace. We'll say that Melody was walking with you as well, kind of like entertaining and kind of singing. And you lose her to the crowd, though, however, because they, it's like football fandom. As soon as she starts tailgating with everyone, she just disappears into the crowd and is lost to the crowd. Cora heads off to the platforms, the wooden platforms that lead up towards Puck's Palace. Foreign is out looking for Tam and Dormir. Eritrea, you're heading towards the Helm's Temple. Professor, you get to the atrium first. It appears to be set up like a museum. There's no one here. There's an open archway that lets you into what feels like everything that Puck has collected, not only over the recent decade, but everything that affected her life in the past. The only thing that you kind of notice perched up on a metal rod, this kind of cantankerous looking pseudo dragon of rather ill repute is currently lingering around, kind of sees Professor come in. What do you want, bird brain?
That's very hurtful. I'm actually quite intelligent. I was trying to...
It doesn't dismiss the fact your brain's a bird brain. Why would you automatically assume birds are dumb? I just said bird brain.
It came off as an insulting... Anyway.
That's my regular voice. I'm so sorry that you're so sensitive.
It's like oh my god, it's like teaching freshmen all over again. Anyway, I was hoping to see whether or not this atrium had a planar gateway, something like that. This seemed to be the place for it.
It's not active, but I can show you where it is.
Oh, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, Puck found it in Wildmont. She had it brought on board when she moved to Marquet.
All right, so I'd like to go examine it.
Yeah, he leads you down through some windy, kind of precarious staircases. I mean, it's kind of like the Hogwarts tower, with all the different staircases, but clearly designed and built by a drunken gnome. I mean, there's just evidence of just not much attention to detail in here. Eventually you get to a level of the atrium where you see this kind of dark stone archway with some writing on it. The funny thing is when you look at it, it looks exactly like the one that you saw that the Stargazer came through and where you guys found that particular stone at that point in time. It looks like it's made similar but different in physical appearance.
Can I recognize any of the languages on it?
Give me a investigation check as you examine the languages.
Why did I do this with a very dark dice on my very dark table? That is a 17.
Hey, if you're into self-punishment, buddy, that's all on you. My favorite is when I roll dice with very light numbers on them and you're like,
I think
doing that, you can't read them.
This just happens to be my favorite D20, and it was gifted to me. It's like, oh, cool, I love this. But yeah, it's like, okay. But yeah,
I love this dice, but I can't read it.
It's something
you recognize the language. You recognize the language because it's a language that you've been slowly learning. It's all Githyanki.
Oh, okay. All right. What does it say? Anything of note? Like anything about how it would be activated? Or?
No, it's almost like it's a destination inscription, which, you recognize the Githyanki word for Exandria. You recognize a Githyanki word for the gift. and then another Githyanki word for a secret place. So, like, you're not fully fluent in Githyanki yet, but you're kind of piecing together the language as you discover it.
Can I'd like to pull out my Atlas of Endless Horizons and see if between that and this disused portal, if I might be able to kind of jury rig a portal.
You want to try to activate it?
Yeah.
I
I wanted to see, like, with my Atlas of Endless Horizons, I'm able to do it to different planes. So I want to direct it where I want it to go.
I will give you
Not
a
while you're
freebie.
standing on it, though, right?
You have to be fluent in Githyanki to even attempt to activate it. I would give you that much as a freebie from your reading and understanding of what you learned from the other gate down in the tree ruins, the old ruins, and now what you're interpreting from this gate. But I will also give you a notion that there might be other gates like this. This one was found in Wildmont. There was the gate that you guys found in the Odolin Wilds. So there could be more like it.
All right. Is there anything there that, from what I can tell, with my limited understanding of Githyanki, is this just like hard key to only open onto one place, or can it be directed to another? Or is that just...
It definitely feels like this is tethered to a specific location because the inscriptions seem to indicate that possibility.
Right. So I'm going to talk to little luck dragon guy. All right, now that's interesting. Why do you know why Puck had a portal that was covered in Githyanki runes? Do you know if she would have anything that might be able to open a more general portal? Or
Are you kidding me? Look at this place. She's a fucking hoarder. She's just all the shit she's been collecting. She's just piled up in here. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. And then she specifically said for me to keep an eye on it and to not let anyone take it. I mean all the stuff in here. An eye on the atrium, so to speak.
I understand. Does there appear to be like any kind of power source for the portal?
Not particularly. You don't see any like insets or any. You can't really read all the writings. That's interpretive. Once again, portals tend to be objects of ceremony, so it's probably a ceremonial spell or something meant to activate it. The hell was that?
My cats are fighting over a reusable shopping bag.
Oh, that's hysterical. Of course they would. They're cats.
It's really cute.
They are
it's really,
chaos.
really cute.
What they are.
Yeah, they're cats. I don't know what to tell you. All right.
Maybe you want, you can stay here and copy everything down and make a rendering of it and take it with you. But I can't let you take the portal with you. Sorry, buddy.
Absolutely. Thank you. What can I call you?
Yeah. I believe he went by Lunch, right? Wasn't he Lunch?
Yeah, it was Lunch.
Yeah. Well, my owner calls me Lunch. She had a cat called Punch. Still don't know what happened to that damn thing.
I still can't believe you didn't call the sauropod Crunch.
No, she called it Tiny.
I know, but Punch, Lunch, and Crunch because.
Well, she made her and Earthen made a deal with somebody, and they sent Punch off into the ethereal plane to look for Xanath. Punch hasn't come back yet. I mean, Puck holds out hope, but Punch has their own perspective on things. I guess I don't know.
So I thought, just out of context, didn't we meet Punch the first time we were on Rockhaven?
Yep.
So,
Yep. It's been recent since Punch was set on her little mission. Yeah.
Okay.
His mission.
Because
he was a good boy. He was such a good boy.
Such a good kitty. So this is an experiment. I have very little hope of success, but I would like to kind of place my hand on the deactivated portal and see if I can kind of if I can use that as a focus to try to cast Arcane Gate with my Atlas of Endless Horizons. This is just a experiment.
Yeah. It's a spell you're casting, though, right? To attempt this?
Yes.
What's the level? Give me a casting roll as you do it.
Okay, because it actually doesn't say. Because this is one where I do not physically have it. It is one from the book. It's not.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The book is the focus.
Yeah.
Give me an intelligence save, if you would, please.
Okay. I'm good at those.
Yeah, I think that's what we made the prime roll for whenever you use the book, is your intelligence
Okay.
save.
That's right. It's a 23.
23. You activate the Atlas. You feel the power of the Atlas kind of focus on the gateway. A little bit of the arcane gateway spell seems to seep into, and you watch as some of the Githyanki writing begin to flare, but then the power doesn't seem to hold, and it just kind of quickly fades as much as it starts. You're missing something. There's something missing.
Is it only opening onto that? Because I was trying to use it as a focus to open a portal to my home.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to want to work.
All right. All right, then. Well, thank you.
Lunch.
Punch? Lunch?
My name's Lunch. Yeah, Lunch. We were talking about Punch, but I'm Lunch.
Like the meal, like luncheon. Okay. I appreciate your time. Thank you ever so much, my good dragon.
You're welcome. Now go away.
All right. I'm going to just fly back up to the, to the dirigible and just kind of let the others know what I found at the atrium.
Okay. Forn, you are down by the cannon platform. Here you find both Tam, Twist, and by the way, Green Cloak is still with you guys, as well as Ariana. So just a reminder on that one. So Forn, you find Tam, Twist, and Dormir inspecting and making repairs to the cannon. Hello, Forn.
Hey, Dormir,
Yes.
Tam, I guess. Yeah, you too. Look, Twist, if you want to come along, sure. You kind of tag along with Tam, but
What do you want, Forn? We're busy. We're trying to repair this cannon. It would seem the Glimstone and the Brimstone didn't like melting with each other. We've got many repairs to do.
on that note, so Puck, the former owner of said sauropod, which I believe is named Tiny, has given me and my comrades responsibility of Rockhaven and the sauropod. Wow, this is a wonderful thing. We greatly appreciate it. We're in some more clandestine operations, and a giant sauropod is not the most clandestine of modes of transportation. So, if you could come with me back up to the blimp, to the office, let's say up there.
The dirigible.
Sure. Let's have a little conversation about perhaps a way we can maintain the peace with Rockhaven and continue to aggregate all the good Fey folk here and protect them from the Iron Collective.
Tam nods towards Dormir. Dormir looks over at Tam and Twist, and Dormir goes, well, lead the way. Tam and Twist don't need to be there for this meeting, but I will go with you and learn what there is to learn. I don't know if I have the skills to master such a creature, but we shall see, I suppose.
You can fly, right?
Yes. He starts flying up towards
I take off.
Dude, you take off towards the platform at that point.
It would take so much longer to walk.
Yeah. And you spend the rest of the night showing Dormir all the information and spend the evening teaching him all the ins and outs of what Puck has left behind. Melody.
I'm also
sorry,
kind
go
of
ahead.
reading him because he and I didn't exactly get off on the best of feet when we first started.
He's impossible to read. He really is.
Well,
It's like,
I mean, when I say try to get a read on him, it's more like, do I get the feeling that he truly is, does have the best intention, the best of Fey intentions?
you can certainly make an insight check if you'd like, but he is a very difficult person to interpret.
Probably not. That's even with +6. Yeah, it's a 15.
Yeah, He's just difficult to understand. He's difficult to make insight on. He seems very distant. He seems very purposeful. He just seems like someone who's focused on learning and obtaining more magical information.
Well, look, Dormir, I'm sorry about your tower. I assume a lot of that stuff was very important, and I assume it's probably not much left there.
We won't know till we go back. The outer part of the district seemed to be mostly intact when the sauropod came in through the walls. I think Puck at least contained most of the damage to the High Crown in the upper district.
There's hope, sure. In the meantime, keeping the Fae safe is my number one priority here. And
I am Elven. I am inherently Fae. I understand.
thank you.
Are you still under the belief that the Feywild can come back, however?
I've gotten some new information in that vein. That
He holds up his hand. Vaughn, you must understand something. The Feywild was a plane of existence. The sheer magnitude and effort of what this would require is even beyond the most powerful of myself.
is it
False
beyond,
hope is the worst kind of hope.
is it beyond the power of a deity?
The gods don't really sway much down here anymore. The gate is permanently closed. Those that are fleeing Predathos find themselves forgotten of memory and wander in avatar form across Exandria. There are no gods anymore for it. And those that tell you otherwise, I would question.
There's no reason that this person would have lied to me. Are you familiar with Artanian?
No, I am not.
The Archfey, the trickster.
No, it's not a familiar name to me. If they are not inherently arcane, I do not pay much attention to the histories.
Fair. Well,
Divinity plays no part in my life.
I understand. A friend of mine, very dear friend of mine, had some meeting with the Raven Queen and this Artanian, who, as I've mentioned, is an Archfey bordering on deity, and seemed to be very insistent that there is a way to remake the Fae. I
There is,
will
I am not
lead.
familiar with it.
I will lead with I have no intention of creating the Fae here on the material plane and all the calamity that may come from that.
Just be aware of one thing, Fawn. As you seek out something for purpose, others may become aware of what you seek out, and they may determine that it has different value. Sometimes relics are best left buried and forgotten. Sometimes that's the safest way to allow people simply to live their lives. If you find yourself on a path to locate such an object, be aware, once that object is out in the open, and it is truly a powerful object of reliquary, there are entities that will seek it. Guarantee you that.
I'm gonna like smirk at him, and you're not still mad at me for blowing up that whole underground thing with the demigod and all that, are you?
You need to understand something, Fawn. I built that place for the sole purpose of protecting the world from an entity of pure evil and pure power. You have the intellect of a cat, and you have the mindfulness of a child. If you seek out this relic, I see no difference in your behavior now than when you find this relic. You have a lot of growing up to do, Fawn. And at the behest of other people's lives, that's also dangerous.
Well, you have a lot to teach me.
I'll
Like,
teach you
tips and
this.
hat.
I'll teach you this first one, Fawn. If you see a box with a lock on it, what's your first inclination?
Check it for traps.
Yeah, perhaps you should just leave the box fucking alone. And the two of you laugh and kind of go back to the center table and start working on all the instructions and information. Cora, you make it to Puck's Palace, and as you're speaking with the owner, I have not made up an owner's name yet, so I will not butcher a name right now. As you are interacting with the owner of Puck's Palace, there's suddenly a door swings open and Melody comes in leading a merengue group of like people doing the cha-cha into the tavern. They're all drunk, hammered. The music is blasting. The celebration is ongoing. The tavern owner looks over, looks at you, and of course, reaches underneath the shelf, pulls out a ring of keys, hands it over to you. Puck uses the 7th floor. She takes the entire floor, of course.
Oh, we'll stay there.
I figured she had it on mute for a reason.
Yeah, it's intermittent, but it's been a little
Annoying.
constant for the last 7 minutes.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I am so eager to get on the road tonight with those.
They get
fucking
picked
dogs.
up between 8 and 8:30 tonight, and then we don't have to watch them again until March.
Joy. With that, Melody and Cora at Puck's Palace, Professor up in the dirigible with the soon arrival of Professor Jabotroth, Thorn, and Dormir. Karina is long on her way with the airship. Air Trio. You're in a very quiet section of the upper shoulder area of Rockhaven. Things are a bit more quiet. And because you're at a higher height, you can see down into the back that kind of makes up the valley of the city, and then up. You can see the atrium up at the top. So you have this really cool view, and off in the distance, you can see this very, very long tail in the darkness. But someone clearly is on the tip of that tail because you can see a distant light, kind of like an airplane light for safety, kind of like going back and forth as the tail kind of moves along with this very slow, steady plodding of the sauropod. You find the temple dedicated to Timora. You find one dedicated to Mordain. You also find one that's kind of smaller. It's like a garden temple dedicated as a kind of Unitarian temple. Anyone of any religion can come in and kind of utilize it. But the temple to Helm is stunning. It's so obviously meant to draw people's attention. It's this gaudy marble building amongst kind of like wooden, because the city has to be lightweight. It sits on the back of a massive beast. So while the rest of the city is built of like wood and adobe and plaster and lightweight material, here, this particular temple almost looks like it was removed from somewhere. In fact, the statue that guards the entrance to the temple looks like it's been purposely broken off of a large statue and then like just kind of like fused on to the archway of the temple itself, because it's all marble and rock and decorated with all of these blues and silvers and golds. And the name Xanath is kind of like in all of these reliquies and sayings and standings that people would come and read as they enter into the temple. There are 2 people that seem to curate this temple. They introduce themselves as the mother and father of Xanath. They see you, Airtrail, ride, like kind of like walk up the steps. These 2 see you approach and go, good evening to you, sir. What can the Temple of Helm and the dedication of Xanath do for you?
Seeking quiet shelter for the evening.
Shelter? Does your soul trouble you, sir?
Very much so.
Well, please find your way to the altar. Make whatever prayers you need. We do keep a hospital section in the back that you can utilize this evening if you choose, and Helm will surely look over you.
Thank you.
You proceed past the 2. and into the aisle that takes you down the center of the vestibule and over towards the altar and dais that rise up to yet another kind of series of statues where this individual known as Xanath is placed in many different positions of either the heroic, the learned, the prayer, like the typical dedications you would make to a champion of Helm, including other champion statues here that are known champions of Helm. As you approach the altar, I do require you to make a charisma save, if you would, please.
Yeah. 1.
5.
Oh.
What was your actual roll, however?
A 5. I have a +0 to charisma.
Oh, that's right. That's why we chose. Oh, I love it when. I love it. As you approach the altar,
that's the dice. That's the dice Alexa gifted me too. So
oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. We have to send. Okay, so our New Year's resolution: everybody has to send a set of dice to Eritrea to cure the toxicity. And I know Callista will, because Callista loves mailing dice to people. It's her thing. She definitely loves it. As you approach the altar, without even realizing it, your blade appears in your hand. There's a heavy presence on your heart. You feel your breath begin to beat rapidly as you approach the dais and the altar. You stare at it. You look at the statues. Standing alongside you is Davini. Looks at you, looks at the altar, and that's where we're going to finish tonight.
Oh no.
Send me your address in Discord and I will, mail you dice.
So you guys go ahead and linger so we can talk about the remaining upcoming schedule. But officially, we're saying goodbye to Karina/Tally, who is going to work on some important stuff for a little while. But she will be back for the level 21 shot that we're going to do. We'll get that organized at some point, where we revisit not only some of the new characters involved, but all the old characters. We will be doing a part 2 one-shot of the rescue of Xanath from the Blood Vault. That should be a lot of fun. We also, at some point, got to address Ryan's level 20, see which one he wants to... I think the Blood Milker is the one you wanted to set.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was pretty cool. So,
Joseph,
hey, everyone, have a great holiday. Thank you. Be safe. Thank you for watching. And don't forget, play a game, everybody. And we'll see you next year. Bye, everybody.
The wind calls out from the edge of the sky, a whisper of dreams where the shadows lie, steps on the